Hey folks, Dr. Drew Sinatra here. Today I want to share with you one of my favorite breakfast recipes, and that is a dairy-free coconut yogurt that you can make all on your own at home. So for the ingredients, what you'll need is 3 cans of coconut milk, 1 can of a coconut creamer to make it a little thicker. Alternatively, you can also use something like a Roy D, and this is the coconut cream, and I love this one. This is actually one of my favorite coconut products to use, but it's hard to find. You have to shop at like an Asian market or so to actually find it. Then you'll also need a yogurt culture, some honey, and lastly some beef gelatin here. And there's many different ways to ferment yogurt at home. I ended up buying a yogurt maker because I do this often and it was worth it for me. You can also use an Instapot if you have one of those, or you can just make it in your oven and keep the oven light on to warm up and ferment the yogurt overnight. So lots of different options there. All right, we'll get started. What I'm going to do now is add in all the coconut milk. So there's 3 cans of the regular coconut milk here. Okay, and lastly, the coconut creamer. I'm heating the coconut milk up, and I'm going to try to get it to around 170 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't really want to have it more than 180, and you definitely don't want to boil it because that's gonna ruin it. So keep it around 170 as the sweet spot. And as I'm heating it up, I'm going to add in 1 scoop here, which is 1 tablespoon of beef gelatin, and then I'm going to stir that in. Now that the coconut milk has reached a temperature of 170 degrees, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon here of honey and stir that in. And once that's done, then I will take the coconut milk off the stove and let it cool down. And the goal is to get it down to a temperature around 110 degrees. And if it's less than that, that's okay. You just don't want it to be more than 110 or the culture may be destroyed. The coconut milk has reached a temperature of about 110 degrees. So now it's time to add the yogurt culture in. And I'm gonna stir that in really thoroughly. And then once this is all stirred in, I'll add this coconut milk to the glass container here, and then I'll put that into the yogurt maker. Now that I've added the coconut milk to the yogurt maker, I set the temperature for 38 degrees Celsius and the time for 24 hours. Now it's time to ferment the coconut milk. All right, the yogurt is now complete after 24 hours of fermentation. And what I like to do is stir it up, and I will put it in the fridge for at least 6 hours to solidify it, cool it down, and then I'll also show you some breakfast ideas. All right, the coconut yogurt is complete and it's time to enjoy. This morning for breakfast, what I've done is I've added some blueberries and some raspberries. And what I think I'm going to do next is combine these two. So add a little bit of the grain-free Paleo Nola and a little bit of the Bob's Red Mill Paleo-style muesli. The muesli is basically a bunch of coconut flakes and dried fruit and some nuts. And these two make a great combination for adding on the yogurt on top with the berries. You can also add chia seeds, hemp seeds. You can have traditional granola. There's lots of different options here, but I'm looking forward to enjoying this. Well, the hard work is finally done, and now I'm about to enjoy this coconut yogurt, which has blueberries, raspberries, the paleo granola, and the paleo muesli as well. So let me give it a shot. So good. Anyway, put the time in, make this dairy-free yogurt, and you'll love it. I'll talk to you soon.